What's going on? I'm Sam, and today I gotta finish the shower in my tiny bus camper thing. It's been a long few days. I had a bit of a pet emergency. I think that's all past us now, and everything's okay with that. I might make a video going on about that and updating that later, but for now, looks like we're in the clear and all's fine with that. I've also had to move a whole bunch of cars because they are repaving my lot. So I had to change some batteries in that ambulance. I had to move my bus. I had to push this Mustang in the shop. So now I got this Mustang in here. And I got all this stuff that I had outside of the shop. I even had to change an alternator in my 4Runner to get that moved out of this lot. But the lot is now torn up. It's going to be paved, and once it's paved, it should be really nice. So I am looking forward to that. But anyway, let's get into this shower. So since the last video, I ended up ripping everything that I hot glued out. And I didn't realize how hot this Ryobi hot glue gun got. So getting the hot glue off the wood was a task in itself. And some of the wood wasn't even savable. I used some painter's tape to mark where the bottom of these pieces will be. And then I used sandpaper to rough that up. And then I applied some construction adhesive to hold up the supports and used some hot glue and tape to hold those supports up while the construction adhesive cured. The next day, those were dried and I was able to install this first piece. And once that was in, it went really quick, installing piece after piece. This has been giving a really bad finish, so I decided to get a new blade for the rest of this trim work. I didn't realize how much I needed a new blade till I started cutting stuff out. It let me finish this job really quickly, and then I started caulking all the gaps. So I got this done, and everything is caulked. My original plan was to use a marine varnish, put a clear caulk here, and then paint everything white. But someone suggested Flex Seal in the comments, so I'm going to try Flex Seal and see if that will seal this up well. I kind of forgot how much Flex Seal costs, which honestly it's fine as long as it does its job. But oh my gosh, this stuff is so hard to paint on. It took me a while. It was a little messy, but it went on nice and thick. I think we got a really nice seal. I brushed this first coat on and I got everything covered. So I really don't like the look of this bottom piece. So I'm going to add a little bit of trim just to make it look better. So after waiting about a day for the adhesive on the trim to dry, I was able to brush on a second coat of the Flex Seal. The first one had dried to a really ugly streak. So I ended up using a paint roller to brush off the excess of the second coat. And by using this roller to smooth everything out and take off excess paint, I was able to get a pretty smooth finish that I'm really happy with, especially when you compare it to with how lumpy and streaky that first coat was. So this has been drying for a couple days. I haven't seen how it looks, so I'm gonna turn on the light and we can check it out. Okay, so it dried a little worse than I thought. I guess the first coat ended up showing straight through that second coat. So I really wish I used the roller on the first coat, but honestly, it's really not that bad. I mean, it is a little ugly, but you don't, well, I don't know. And it is at eye level. It could be a lot worse. I do wish I rolled it. This side does look a whole lot better than that other side. So that is nice. And if you haven't noticed, I had forgotten to cut the hole for the shower head. So I'm going to have to find out where that is and cut that hole. So I'm really hoping that this stuff pulls off pretty easily. Oh, yes. Sweet. So this is kind of what I was going for, a look that doesn't really pop out so you don't really realize what's going on, because this was a major mistake having to put this in. The only nice thing is, like the comments said, I am going to put LED lights under here. I left a little bit of an overhang, which I really regretted after I did it because I had to go in and make sure caulk was in every single corner. And then I had to go back with the Flex Seal and make sure that I painted every single little gap in here. And that took the longest, but with the LEDs in there, it might just look really cool. So time is money, and at this point, I think if I had just ended up recutting the shower kit out of one of the exact same duplicate shower kits that I have, I ended up buying 2 or 3 of these on super clearance. I probably would have saved myself a lot of time and money. But, you know, I kind of like where this is going. I can't wait to see some LEDs under there. So I'm not too upset. I think it's going to look really good. And this bus is moving along. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I am in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm kind of taking the time there repaving to work on cleaning out some stuff that I've been needing to go through. So that's probably going to be my life for the next couple days. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one. Hey, buddy. What'd you get me? Is this your toy? What do you want? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, no. Where'd he go? Did you get that ball? Good boy.